This is the Ryzen 5 8600G, and yes, it still crushes integrated graphics in 2025, from modern AAA games to 3D rendering and overclocking. Let's see if this chip can handle serious gaming and productivity all without graphics card. Be sure to subscribe. When it comes to the integrated graphics, the Ryzen 5 8600G actually outperforms the iGPUs found in even the high-end Ryzen 9000 X3D CPUs, since those are built mainly for CPU performance and only offer basic display output. However, the upcoming Ryzen 9000G series will feature more powerful Radeon integrated graphics, likely surpassing everything in the current 8000G lineup. And if you're curious how the 8600G compares to the 8500G, I've already tested that. You'll find that video linked in the description below. The Ryzen 5 8600G has a stock TDP of 65 watts, but you can unlock more performance by heading into the BIOS and enabling Precision Boost Overdrive that bumps it up to around 87 watts. Also, increasing the UMA frame buffer to 4 GB can give you an extra 4 FPS in real-world games. Definitely worth it if you're using 16 GB RAM or more. You can also use AMD Ryzen Master Utility, a free program from AMD's website to monitor and overclock your CPU right from Windows. No need to enter the BIOS. Before we get into more benchmarks, a quick shout out to this video's sponsor, KeysFan. If you're building or upgrading a PC, don't spend extra on Windows or Office. Just grab a genuine OEM key for a fraction of the retail price. I've used them myself on multiple test setups and they work perfectly. Here's how easy it is. Click on Windows 11 Pro, add to cart, view your cart, then enter my exclusive code SID52 to get 52% off. That brings Windows 11 Pro down to just $14 and you get the key instantly in your email. Need Office 2? Use code SID62 and get Office 2021 Pro for just $39 or grab the Windows 11 plus Office 2021 bundle for only $52. Lifetime license, no subscription. All the links and codes are in the description below. Check them out. Save big and support the channel. So I downloaded the latest Blender 4.4 and used the official Splash Room demo. I animated the camera myself and set the resolution to 720p with GPU rendering enabled. To speed things up, I lowered the max bounces and set the render samples to 64 in the render tab. During the final render, temps peaked at around 86 degrees Celsius, and it took almost 2 hours to render 268 frames. The output quality is actually pretty decent, as you can see in the preview. Next, I ran Cinebench 2024 to test raw CPU performance. In single core, the Ryzen 5 8600G scored 107 points, just a few points behind the Apple M1, and it actually beat the Ryzen 7 5800X by 11 points. On the multi-core side, it scored 733 points, beating the Intel Core i9 9880H by 200 points, and falling just behind the Apple M1 Max by around 58. Finally, I ran a 3D Mark x Spy benchmark at 1080p with default settings. As expected, with integrated graphics, it averaged around 15 FPS in the GPU test and about 24 FPS in the CPU test. That left us with a GPU score of 2322 and CPU score of 7019. Honestly, not bad considering this is running on an integrated GPU. To check the real-world multitasking, I opened Wondershare Filmora while Blender was rendering and Chrome tabs were active in the background. The Ryzen 5 8600G handled it surprisingly well thanks to PBO. Clock speeds hit up to 4.5 GHz with temps hovering around 80 to 87 degrees Celsius under full load. So yeah, for light video editing, browsing, and 3D rendering, this APU can actually multitask pretty decently. Before diving into game test, I tweaked some settings in the AMD Adrenalin software. I also disabled AMD Fluid Motion to avoid any conflict with FSR frame generation. Let's start with Cyberpunk 2077 at 1080p on the lowest settings with FSR3 frame generation enabled. It delivered an impressive 56 FPS average. You can even see AMD overclocking kicking in, pushing the TDP up to 75 watts. Then at 720p with ray tracing enabled, the average dropped to around 34 FPS, still playable for a visually heavy title. Next up is GTA 5 Enhanced Edition at 1080p with ray tracing on high. The game hovered around 25 to 30 FPS. The reflections and lighting effects look incredible. But once ray tracing is disabled, you get a boost of 15 to 20 FPS depending on the scene. In WWE 2K25, running the built-in benchmark at 1080p, we saw an average of around 40 FPS, which is decent for smooth gameplay. Now here's where things get a bit tricky. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle comes with ray tracing enabled by default, and there's currently no option to disable it. As expected, the 8600G struggled a bit, hovering below 20 FPS. We dropped the resolution even further and managed to get a more stable 27 FPS, though at the cost of visual fidelity. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 at 1080p medium settings ran at around 25 to 27 FPS, and with some tweaks or lowering settings, you could definitely push it above 30 FPS. The Black Myth Wukong benchmark really surprised me. At 1080p with the lower settings, the 8600G managed a strong 53 FPS average. I didn't enable ray tracing here, but yes, the iGPU can technically run it too. Then we tested the new Delta Force game at 1080p using a mix of medium and low settings. It averaged around 55 FPS and the visuals looked great thanks to FSR3 and AMD's overclocking support. In the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered running on 1080p lower settings, some scenes averaged above 40 FPS and others stayed comfortably above 30 FPS. The visuals were surprisingly acceptable for such a modded title. And finally, we tested Red Dead Redemption with a custom mix of medium and low settings. The game looked decent and gameplay was smooth, averaging around 31 FPS. The Ryzen 5 8600G still holds its ground in 2025, delivering reliable performance across modern and classic games. Thanks to AMD's overclocking support and software tools, it also handles video editing, 3D rendering, and multitasking surprisingly well for an APU. It even includes a built-in AI NPU offering support for future AI-accelerated workloads like real-time effects and upscaling in creative apps. But it's not perfect. The 8600G only offers 16 usable PCIe 4.0 lanes, limiting bandwidth for discrete GPUs, which is big step back if you plan to upgrade later. Still, for a budget builders who don't need a dedicated graphics card, it's strong all-in-one option, at least until the Ryzen 9000G series with a more powerful integrated graphics arrives. If you found this helpful, drop a like and hit that subscribe button for more real-world PC tests and honest tech reviews.